Welcome everybody, Red Arrow 23 here, time for part 7 of the AZ versus NPC series. I think this is going to be the last one, I'm pretty sure I've covered them all so far. Let's boom some bridges! Okay guys, we're going to try and be nice and quick today. I've got 4 more NPC bases and we're going to start off with Zenga. Be sure to check out all my other videos. If you're looking for a particular NPC base, you'll be able to find it on my channel. If you just search on YouTube Red Arrow 23 and the base, it should come up with the first one because I've tagged all of the bases in the descriptions and in the tags. So I think what we're just going to do is go up top and we'll just have critters on these 2 sets, and then we'll just chuck a shock on these 3 flamethrowers. We're going to have to clear these mines and the 2 flamethrowers up top, and then I think we'll go for a flag land. I was looking at one of my older, a couple of the hits that I've already done on AZ versus NPC, and sort of criticizing my own attack. So see here how the machine gun is in the landing zone. Let's just pop that one off there. Because when I can flag all the way up to that machine gun, it's actually easy enough to do. You have to do a very wide 2-smoke landing because it's a horizontal beach. But you can just flag land all the way up to the top, so you don't need to do a flare landing like I have on a couple of the other bases. And then we're going to go straight up. Going to overlap those smokes because the first one was about to expire. Probably could have got away with it in hindsight, because hindsight is always 20/20. We all know this. And then let's just get a double smoke at the end because we're going to need 2 smokes anyway, so we may as well drop them at the same time. And that way, if we have any wild beckies who want to just spread all over the place, then they're covered. And let's just go critter, shock. And we should probably flare the core at some stage, ideally before throwing all your critters and shocks. And there we go, that's the first one down. And let's move on. So yeah, flare on the HQ is pretty self-explanatory. I got away with it obviously, but there we go, that's 1 down. Zenga, Zenga, right, Gauntlet. Here we go, Gauntlet 2. A couple of the NPCs have like 1 and 2, just depending on the level, and 2 is usually harder. I haven't worried about doing like Geometry Wars 1, because it's obviously going to get taken out anyway. How do we normally do this one? We want to do... What I normally do is I take out the 2 snipers on either sides, because I don't want to take any losses, and that's sort of thinking ahead. And then I throw a barrage right in the middle of these 3 defenses, because that's where I want to be, and just finish them off however you can. I think like 2 artilleries is going to be 11, and then I think it's 13. It's going to be more than 22 anyway, double 11. So may as well go with a barrage there. And then we want to park right in that spot. So how do we best going to do that? I think we'll have to go... How high up can we flag? We'll go on the right side because the rocket launchers are on the left. And we're just going to flag as high as possible. And then I might flare just directly. Normally I would go straight up and then across, but I'm going to flare directly to the spot just to give you guys an idea of where the Zukas will walk. So it actually looks pretty safe. Just trying to take some risk for you guys so you don't have to worry about it. And then I'm going to flare on the core because I'm not a silly person. And then I'm going to go critter, shock, trademark Red Arrow moves. And that should go down, no worries. You probably want to send the critter on the left side first for the rocket launchers. So I did do that slightly non-standard, but that's okay. It went down. So you saw the rocket launcher fired over the Zookas into the far critters and then went into the other ones. But that's fine, let's move on. We've got Drastic Destruction. Have a bit of a scout. I like this one, I like it. So these rocket launchers are going to be in range, mortars are going to be out of range, and it's just everything along here. Obviously you're going to be watching out for mines. And I usually go right on the, right in between, like right in the middle of these two. And then I normally just drop a barrage on the middle. You can clean up with artillery, it probably would have been cheaper then actually to artillery, but that's all good. And then I'm going to go for a 2 smoke landing. You can bring all your Zookas, would actually work on this one. And then you just want to watch, see how I did a double smoke and then a double smoke again, and then we're going to flare on the core. You just want to watch that there's no gap in between, right in the middle. And then I'm going to go critter, shock, and I know I've got enough for another shock on the rocket launchers. That's just going to let them survive longer. If you are short on GBE, you can go just critters on the HQ, and that will distract the rocket launchers and all the cannons, and then just shock the 2 machine guns, and then throw another critters, like sort of hesitate, so that if the rocket launchers take out all those critters, you can throw another bunch, and then they'll still be distracted. Whew. But they shouldn't, if you've got the firepower, they shouldn't be able to get through one set of critters and onto your Zookas. Alright, let's go into elbow room. How many have we done so far? So this will be the last one. Done those 3. And we've just got the one more. Elbow room. And I did hit attack, so we won't be able to look at any ranges. The beach is fine. I like to start off with a barrage right in the center of these 2 mortars touching the HQ. And then the reason I do a barrage is because you're going to get all those supply crates that are behind it. I was thinking about this last time. Oh, and I've actually ended up with more GBE than I started with, because I start with 116. So that's a bonus. Obviously you won't destroy the same amount of crates every time, but that's fine. You can walk up the left side, right up along the wall. I like to kind of shoot straight, so I just go flare landing on the beach, and then when you flare up, you want to make sure you're far enough left that your Zookas don't split and go both sides of the HQ. And if you put that flare a little bit closer, I'm just going to be watching the paths of these. Yep, so they're all going left, which is perfect. And then I'm just going to do a double smoke and move over. Yeah, you don't want them walking to the right side of the HQ, otherwise you're going to have to smoke super wide. And you want to make sure you get that rocket launcher in that shock. And I've forgotten to flare the HQ again. Just want to put myself under a bit more pressure. That's all good. I like it. Yeah, if you fire critters on the right hand side, you probably don't need the critters on the right hand side. Oh, you will for that far right boom cannon, that's why it's there. And the critters will be in the dead zone of that boom cannon, so you definitely want to be shocking it. That'll do for all of the NPCs. If any new ones crop up, I'll definitely try to do another video. Someone was asking me in the comment section of the last video that they were having issues with True Love. I don't have that at my current VP. I'm at 908. I remember that True Love was a heart shape all rocket launchers, so I imagine what I would usually do is maybe bart out some of the rocket launchers sort of close to the HQ, so that I could cover all of the ones that are so close that I can't critter with shocks, and then sit in a dead zone of say 3 rocket launchers, do a 2 smoke landing, move all the way up there, critter, shock, and that will pretty much be game over for True Love. You can do it with T-Med as well fairly easily, but I'd definitely be trying it in AZ first. So that's how I think you'd be able to take that one out. And that'll do it for this episode. I have been doing pretty well on my VP. After map clears, I'm usually ending up sort of, I think I was at rank 58 in New Zealand after my map clear. It's obviously got a few people spawning on my map now, so that's all dropped down, which is all good. So I'm going to load some warriors and we can start pushing that back up. But yeah, so it's looking pretty good. So that's going to do it for the AZ vs NPC episode 7. I think that should be the finale. Check out the comments and descriptions for times and bases and all of that sort of stuff for the ones that you're having issues with. And definitely comment down below if you are having any issues with particular ones. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach.